Another topic that has been suggested that I talk about is the issue of the visuals and the pictures in the novel. Why are there so many pictures and photos in this book? How does that add to the story? One way I would urge readers to think about this is that the pictures are not add-ons. They're not added to the story. They are part of the story. We are, many of us, when we read novels, thinking about text as a series of words. But clearly Jonathan Safran Foer is doing something with the pictures in the sense of integrating them into the story and making them part of the story. In this sense, it seems to me that what he's doing in this novel is not unlike what, for example, graphic novelists do when they write graphic novels, where words and pictures are integrated, and that they can't be separated from each other. The pictures comment on the story, and the story comments on the pictures. This is also true of an emerging genre called electronic literature, where writers are experimenting with the way in which the internet and electronic digital culture allows them to tell stories in different kinds of ways, integrating picture, sound, and text. For many of us, it seems to me 9/11 is the moment it happened, an intensely visual experience. I don't think anybody who saw what happened on that day, or has looked at the pictures since, the videos since, can forget the way in which, as the planes strike the tower, it's an image we can't get rid of, that it will be with us forever, those of us who experienced it. And it seems to me in that sense that what we've done since then as a culture is try to figure out what that meant. And in that sense, the novel is reproducing what it is that we have done as a culture, which is to take a very intensely visual experience and to try to turn it into a narrative. What did it mean that that terrorist act happened that day? In what narrative does it make sense that that happened? In this sense, it seems to me that what Foer is forcing us to do as readers is to sort of solve a kind of mystery. Why are there pictures? It's not unlike what Oscar's doing when he finds a key and has to find the lock. Foer, in that sense, gives us a series of pictures and a text and asks us to figure out what it fits. How does it mean? How does it relate to our own experiences in response to 9/11? To take just one example, I think, of what he does with the visuals, and this is one that was famously commented upon in many of the reviews of the novel, is the last sort of flip sequence in the novel, where if you take the pages and you flip them, instead of seeing a man falling out of one of the twin towers, you instead see a man floating back up toward the top of the tower. That clearly is a kind of fantasy at the end of the novel that Oscar has, a dream, a wish he has, that the world could be different. But that the novel, of course, suggests to us repeatedly that it can't be different, that this is our world, and that we're confronted with the reality that we must integrate our story of what happened on 9/11 with the trauma of the experience itself, with that picture we have in our head of what it meant for this terrorist act to take place.